Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video, and today we are going to be reacting to a band called We As Human. Now, I never heard of them before, so obviously, as I usually do, I decided to do a little bit of research, and I came across We As Human are a Christian rock band formed in Sandpoint, Idaho in 2006 and were discovered by the lead singer of a band called Skillet in 2010. Now, I've had Skillet suggested to me to listen to, so I've got to bear that in mind. The band have since disbanded, however. They have played show with the likes of Avenged Sevenfold, Skillet, Korn, Alter Bridge, Papa Roach, and Shinedown. Now, out of all of those, I've heard of 1, 2, 3, 4. I've heard of 5 of them. I've only actually listened to music by 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and I only actually like 1, 2 of them. But anyway, that's not the point. The track we're going to listen to today is a track called Take the Bullets Away, featuring Lacey Sturm of Flyleaf. Now, I've reacted to many Flyleaf tracks. I've reacted to Lacey Sturm as a solo artist as well. I've reacted to her as a guest vocalist on someone else's music as well. So this should this should be intriguing. Tried to do a little bit of research on the song, couldn't really find anything, but the actual title of the track, Take the Bullets Away, that's either going to have something to do with war or suicide, or it could just be a metaphor for something, for all I know. Not entirely sure, but I'll put a link to the original video in the description below, and I think we'll just get straight into it. So yes, We As Human, Take the Bullets Away.
I got my finger on the trigger, one bullet in the gun, and I'm spinning the revolver, thinking this could be the one.
I tried to find religion, to see what I'd become. I was ruined by the world, but I blamed it on the sun.
Am I worthless? Am I filthy? Am I too far gone for a remedy? Will you help me? 'Cause I'm dying to be something more than a memory. If I reach out, can I trust you? Will you help me see the light of one more day? Take the bullets away!
Take the bullets away!
Well, this is a song with a very touchy subject, and I did say at the beginning I suspected it might have something to do with war or suicide. It seems like suicide was the correct option, because it opens up with, I've got my finger on the trigger, one bullet in the gun, and I'm spinning the revolver thinking this could be the one. So they're sitting there playing Russian roulette. Came up with, I tried to find religion to see what I'd become. I was ruined by the world, but I blamed it on the sun. So they tried to find religion to see what they'd become. They thought that, finding religion might be the answer. It might show them a way out. And it says I was ruined by the world. So obviously, even though they tried to find religion, they just were so cynical, and they found it hard to believe, but I blamed it on the sun. So they blamed it on Jesus or whoever, because he was supposed to be the saviour of mankind, but they forsaken him or something like that, possibly. And then it goes into the chorus, am I worthless? Am I filthy? Am I too far gone for a remedy? Will you help me? 'Cause I'm dying to be something more than a memory. If I reach out, can I trust you? Will you help me see the light of one more day? Take the bullets away. So it's like the first 3 lines there. They're like questioning the reasons for existence. Sort of like, am I worthless? Am I filthy? Am I a pointless human being? Should I be here? And there's that line, am I too far gone for a remedy? It's like, have I gone so past the point of no return that I cannot be fixed? Have I lost my mind to the point where nobody can straighten my mind out? Have I dove too far down the rabbit hole? And that it's, will you help me because I'm dying to be something more than a memory? Again, people with depression and suicidal thoughts, they find it hard to reach out to people because they think it shows a sign of weakness, and it's really not. It's really not a sign of weakness to ask for help. If anything, that's a sign of strength, because you're admitting to yourself that there is a problem and you need the help. And they want to be something more than a memory. They want to live. They want to show that they're worth something. If I reach out, can I trust you? Will you help me see the light of another day? This is another thing that actually gets me, because obviously, I suffer from massive depression. I know many other people do. And let's say if I reach out, can I trust you? So many times you do take that step and you try and reach out to someone and be like, I need help. Will you help me? And that person will go, sure. And then you'll never hear from them again. Or they'll be like, okay, what's wrong? And you tell them what's bothering you, and suddenly they're like, whoa. That's a lot of information, can't do this, no, walk away. And I'm not saying it's definitely not an easy thing to have that sort of thing unloaded on you, but if you're going to try and be there for someone, you've got to expect that it's going to be, there might be a mass load of information, and they're not putting all of their weight on you. They just want you to understand why they're like they are. But yeah, it's a pretty hard-hitting song. We'll carry on, see where it goes from here.
Build resistance. I tried to start a war, but no one ever listened. I bottled up the storm. Am I worthless? Am I filthy? Am I too far gone for a remedy? Will you help me? 'Cause I'm dying to be something more than a memory. If I reach out, can I trust you? Will you help me see the light of one more day?
Well, that was a pretty hard-hitting song. That, musically, pretty heavy. Pretty heavy riffs, pretty good music. Outside of the chorus, though, I'm not too sure about the style. I mean, it was okay, but there was just something that wasn't overly brilliant for me. But it was still a pretty decent song. It's another one of these ones where I will have to check out another track of theirs. Try and get a fully rounded picture of what they're like. And the addition of Lacey Sturm in there, obviously, it was actually quite subtle, but you could definitely hear her on the edge, and she was even providing some harsh vocals as well, which is something I've not actually heard that often from her in the Flyleaf or solo music that I've heard. Oh, excuse me. Ugh, Jesus. But yes, it's a very powerful song, really. The subject matter is quite heavy. Yeah, because people in this sort of state of mind, they really want to reach out and ask for help, but they're also scared of the judgment they are going to face from the people that they ask for help. It's like they think asking for help makes them seem weak, but then people are all too quick to judge. Suicide is the coward's way out, and suicide is a mean thing to do to all the people around you. You should think of them. What people don't understand is the struggle that this person is going through, and they're seeing it as the only way out. They can't think of any other way to solve the problem. And, it's not like a snap judgment that they've made. They've sat there and they've thought long and hard about how they can get out of it, and this is the only solution they can come up with. And as I've mentioned before, I've had a very, 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 very dear friend of mine. He, took his own life. And he never reached out to anybody, and I really wished he had. I'd spoken to him not long before he'd done it either, and he'd put on this facade, to come across as really happy, and perfectly fine. When I bumped into him, we stood, we chatted for a few minutes, we went our separate ways, and then I find out that he'd done what he'd done, and this is something that he wouldn't have just, sat there one day and gone, do you know what, that's it, I'm doing it. He would have been sitting there agonising over this for weeks, months, maybe even longer. And he was maybe a little too proud to reach out and ask for help, because he was scared that people would see him as weak, and it is not a weak thing to do. And if you are feeling this way, it is really important that you do reach out to someone and ask for help. It is really, really important. Nothing is worth taking life for. So it's a strong message in that song, and something that I feel very strongly about. But we'll leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, please do so. By all means, drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can leave a message on my Instagram or my Facebook, which are linked in the description below. There will not be a reaction track tomorrow for obvious reasons. It is Christmas tomorrow, so I will not be recording a video for tomorrow. But I will definitely continue the day after. I'd also like to say that Metalhead Reacts is a very proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity who are trying to put an end to hate crimes around the world. You know, whether it's your musical preference, your sexual preference, your gender identity, your religion, whatever it is, you should not feel persecuted or threatened for your choices. You know, everybody is an individual. Nobody has any right to pass judgment on you and make you feel threatened just because you want to be an individual. If the world was, you know, if everybody was exactly the same, if we all liked the same stuff, if we all had the same opinions, this world would be the most boring place. It would be so dull. So, you know, and they want to stop all of this anger and aggression towards people who think differently. It's a charity very, very close to my heart. I know I've been through it several times before. I know friends of mine who have been threatened, bullied, beaten, what have you, just because of their choice of music or whatever. And the Sophie Lancaster Foundation wants to put an end to that. So if you'd like to find out more about the charity, there is a link in the description below. Go over there, show them some love. In addition to this, I have to say this because it's happening quite a lot. Given the charity that I support, I am seeing way too much aggression and insults in the comment section of my channel. I will not have this on my channel. If you have an opinion about something, that is fine. You can express an opinion, but there is absolutely no need, no reason to start insulting people and being horrible to them. If you don't like something, take it up with them personally, or, you know, talk to them outside my comments. I will not have anger, aggression, or insults in my comment section on my channel. Right? I will not have it. I don't care what your reasons are. I will not have people insulting each other, being horrible to each other in my comments. Right? Anybody that does that will be blocked from posting on my channel, and that'll be that. There'll be no ifs, ands, or buts. There'll be no second chances. You're gonna be an arsehole to someone, you will not be allowed to post on my channel. Simple as that. And I shouldn't have to say this because there is absolutely no reason for people to be sitting there insulting each other. There's no reason for it. But anyway, we'll leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.